Number 7 has the same directions as number 3. So we're trying to find the 6 trigonometric functions. As you can see, I already have it pre-set up here. With the given triangle, we have, in relationship to theta, the adjacent side and the hypotenuse. And the two trig functions that involve adjacent and hypotenuse are cosine and its reciprocal function secant. So cosine of theta equals, and in this case, the adjacent side is 9 over 14, which means our secant value is the reciprocal of 9 over 14, or 14 over 9. So we have 2 out of the 6. What we're going to do at this point is figure out the third leg, and we're going to call that leg little a. And to solve for that, we're going to use a squared plus b squared equals our hypotenuse squared. So a squared plus 81 equals 196. A squared equals, and by subtracting 81 from both sides, I get 115. When I take the square root of both sides, I get a equals square root of 115. If you look at the square root of 115, it's made up of two prime numbers, 5 and 23. Because neither of those can be broken down, we're going to leave it as radical 115. So our a value at this point is square root of 115. So we can use our little a now, our third leg, to figure out the other trigonometric functions. So the sine of theta is equal to opposite. In this case, opposite is a, so radical 115 over the hypotenuse is 14. If we're going to solve for cosecant, we do the reciprocal, so 14 over radical 115. Now remember, you can't have a radical in the denominator, so at this point we're going to multiply top and bottom by square root of 115. And by doing so, we're going to get a value of 14 times radical 115 over 115 for our solution. Tangent is going to be solved in a very similar way. Tangent is opposite over adjacent, so opposite over adjacent. Cotangent is the reciprocal of that, so 9 over square root of 115. Once again, we run into the same issue that we did with cosecant, so we need to multiply top and bottom by square root of 115. And by doing so, we'll get a final answer of 9 times radical 115 over 115.